Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Clara, I'm 93 years old. Today we're going to make something very special that we make just about once a year. You can't make this during the Depression. You make it after the Depression is over because it's too many ingredients and they're all expensive. When the Depression is over, you attempt making them. This is a dessert that you can't make alone. You need help. So today I got Abby and Therese. These are the ingredients you use to make the Sicilian cookies. Flour, sugar, lard, milk, baking powder, eggs, powdered sugar, vanilla, filberts, almonds, walnuts, pecans, candied fruit, raisins, dates, orange, tangerine skin, and figs. That's all. Now we're going to try to make the cookies.
So Nana, what was Christmas like when you were making these cookies?
We wouldn't eat anything. We'd open the presents before Mass. Then we'd all go to Mass, and after Mass we'd go back there, and they had sausage and bread. That was it, sausage sandwiches. My mother would buy a present for all the kids. A pair of gloves or a hat or something. And they'd all give us a box of chocolates that I know they used to cost $0.25. And as soon as I see the shape, I say, that's for me. And sure enough, it ended up either my brother or me. We used to go home with 6, 7 boxes of chocolate. And I'd cry. When I see this chocolate, I didn't cry.
What was Christmas like during the Depression, Nana?
During the Depression, we didn't go there at all. First thing we do is shell the nuts. You usually get the shelled nuts, but I think they're better if they're fresh and with shells. Everybody likes them, but it takes time and they're expensive too. I wish I had another nutcracker that could help. There's 4 kinds of nuts that you put in these cookies. To make this recipe, you need half a cup of almonds, half a cup of walnuts, half a cup of pecans, and 3/4 of a cup of filberts. You can replace the filberts with hazelnuts.
I'm starting on the hazelnuts now. These are the hazelnuts.
Those are hard to crack. The main ingredients to this cookies are figs, but there's a lot of other things in them. In Sicily, they have a lot of figs because they have fig trees right in their backyard. But when I grew up, we bought them at a grocery store.
How big were grocery stores back then?
Grocery stores weren't very big, but they had everything we needed.
So where did you keep the food?
In the Depression, we used to have a little ice box for our food. The iceman used to come, bring us 50 pounds of ice. Then we'd have to empty out the thing under the ice box. The ice would drip. There was water, so we have to empty it out. Sometimes we forget. We get water all over, and we get spanked. They didn't spare the rod in those days. For every little thing, they went boom, boom. Now we have all the nuts measured and shelled. So we'll start putting things together. Preheat the oven at 350 and put the nuts in and toast them lightly. Put them all together. Now we're going to toast the nuts. Meanwhile, we're going to make the sugar and water. Boil 2 cups of water and add 1/2 cup of sugar.
Only 1 cup. Yeah.
First boil water and add 1/2 cup of sugar. I'll taste it. Just a few more minutes. I have a tangerine and we only need the peel of this. So we gotta take it out and dry it. Oh, boy, it's really hard. When you can't get it out, you call for help. I'm gonna take these out. Now I'm gonna add the sugar. We gotta wait for this to cool. Turn off the heat, put the sugar in the water and let it cool. Now we need a half a pound of candied fruit.
I don't know.
Now we put a quarter pound of dark raisin. Now we put a quarter pound of light raisin. Now we put in a quarter pound of pitted dates. Now we put 1 orange in with rind and all. Next we're going to put 2 pounds of figs. Next thing you put in is the dried tangerine rind. Mix the nuts with the fruit, grind them all together. We used to grind it all by hand, but now we have a little electric grinder, which makes it much easier. I went to the store to buy some cookies, and I told him about these fig cookies, and he says, oh, we make them also. So he gave me one, and I said, mine are better. And he says, I can't believe that. I said, next time I come by, I'll bring you one. So I did, and he says, I have to admit they are better. We're putting the grinded figs in a new bowl.
That's good.
Tastes good. Want to taste it? Put a little whiskey in. And what's her name? Used to say, oh, Dio mio, Dio mio. She used to get shocked when we used to put the whiskey in. Because that wasn't in the recipe. We just added it. Don't put too much. We'll all get drunk eating a cookie. The last thing we do is mix it up, put it in the refrigerator. Keep it cool overnight. Then tomorrow we make the cookies.